Never eat these 5 cruise foods. Ex-chef warning. Cruising feels like the ultimate vacation. Endless buffets, fancy dining rooms, cocktails by the pool. It's easy to get carried away, but not everything on that plate is as safe as it looks. Some foods can ruin your stomach, and if you aren't careful, it could wreck your entire trip. Today, we're counting down 5 foods you should never eat on a cruise and why skipping them can save your vacation. Whether it's your first cruise or your 10th, listen up before you grab your next plate. Trust me, you're not gonna believe what's coming at number 1. Stay until the end. You'll thank me when you dodge a total vacation disaster. Food number 5, communal condiments. Let's start with something that seems harmless. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, and other sauces sitting in the buffet line. At first glance, it's just a condiment, but here's the reality. Hundreds of people touch those pumps every single day, and not everyone washes their hands beforehand. Even if cruise lines provide hand sanitizer stations, many guests skip them. Some just hop off the sun deck and head straight to the buffet. No washing, no nothing. On top of that, those sauces often sit out for hours, sometimes in warm areas. Warm mayonnaise and heat-exposed sauces, that's the perfect setup for bacterial growth. So here's the pro tip. Skip the communal bottles. Ask the staff for small, pre-packaged condiments, or just pass on it entirely. Your stomach will thank you. But that's nothing. Up next is something you probably reach for every single day without thinking twice. Food number 4, unknown water and ice. Staying hydrated on a cruise is important, especially when you're walking around in the sun all day. But here's where a lot of cruises slip up. Not all water is healthy. On the ship, the water that comes from the taps is generally treated. That's harmless in most cases, but the real risk shows up when you leave the ship. Once you're in port, that cute little cafe or beach bar may not be using purified water. People think, oh, I won't drink the top water, I'll just order a soda. But the ice? Same source, same contamination risk. One small glass can lead to days of running back and forth between your cabin and the bathroom instead of enjoying your vacation. No excursion is worth that gamble. So what should you do instead? Stick to sealed bottled water when off the ship. If you want to be extra careful, bring your own refilled bottle before leaving the ship. And when you're in port, skip the ice. It's a tiny habit change that can save your entire trip from becoming a miserable memory. Sounds bad, right? Hold on. The next one is hiding in plain sight at breakfast, and it's way riskier than you'd ever guess. Food number 3, buffet scrambled eggs and egg-based dishes. Breakfast on board feels endless. Trays of bacon, sausages, pastries, fruit, pancakes, and of course, scrambled eggs. The problem? Those eggs aren't always what you think they are. On many ships, the big pans of scrambled eggs aren't made fresh from cracked shells. They're made from liquid or powdered egg mix. That's why they can taste strangely sponge-like. But texture isn't the only concern. Buffet trays sit under heat for long stretches of time. As they sit, the temperature can fluctuate, and bacterial growth on eggs is fast. Combine that with passengers lifting, exposing the trays to room air, you've got the perfect recipe for digestive trouble. And it's not just scrambled eggs. Anything egg-based in the buffet deserves caution. Here's the smarter move. Most cruise ships have made-to-order egg meals. You tell the chef what you want, they cook it fresh, and you walk away with something hot, tasty, and much safer. Yes, it might take a few extra minutes, but waiting 5 minutes beats spending the rest of your day feeling nauseous and exhausted. Plus, let's be honest, fresh eggs just taste better. Next up is the fun treat everyone lines up for, and it's secretly one of the dirtiest things on the entire ship. Food number 2, soft-serve ice cream and shared dessert stations. There's something about cruise ship's soft serve that feels like a tradition. You walk up to the machine, grab a cone, pull the lever, and boom, vacation happiness in dessert form. But here's the part nobody likes to think about. That lever has been touched by thousands of hands. Kids who just left the pool, adults who skipped the sanitizer station, people carrying plates, holding railings, and adjusting chairs. And unlike restaurant machines that are monitored, cruise self-serve areas get busy fast, and hygiene becomes optional. Then there's the second problem, the surrounding area. People sneeze, kids lean over the counter, fingers accidentally brush the nozzle. Someone tries to fix a spill with a napkin and smears it around instead of cleaning it. All that sits there while people use the machine. None of that screams clean environment. So what's the safer move? Skip pulling the lever with bare hands. Use a napkin or grab a bowl instead of a cone. Or better yet, head to a staffed dessert counter where crew members serve items for you. You still get the treat, just without the mystery microbes. We've saved the absolute worst for last, the one that feels the most luxurious and sophisticated, but is actually the biggest health gamble you can take at sea.
Food number 1. Raw or undercooked seafood. Cruises are famous for elegant dinners, menus filled with dishes that sound straight out of a luxury restaurant. And this is where a lot of passengers decide to treat themselves with something adventurous like sushi, ceviche, or raw oysters. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Raw seafood is one of the riskiest things to eat at sea. Seafood is highly perishable, and even when handled properly, it needs strict temperature control from the moment it's caught to the moment it hits your plate. On a busy ship serving thousands of guests, that chain has a lot more room for error. Oysters are especially risky. They're filter feeders, which means they can carry harmful bacteria even when they look and smell perfectly fine. High-end dining venues on board can run into issues. One tiny slip in handling is all it takes for bacteria to multiply. Instead of enjoying your evening, you're stuck in your cabin wishing you'd order the grilled salmon instead. So what's the smarter alternative? Go for seafood that's fully cooked. Save the sushi experiments for a reputable restaurant back home. On a cruise, the goal isn't just to prove you're adventurous, it's also to make it to the next port feeling great. So be careful of what you take in. So that's it. Cruise ships are amazing floating cities, and the food is one of the best parts of the whole experience. Endless choices, new flavors, and something different every day. But with so many options, it's easy to forget that not every tray, tap, or treat is worth the risk. Skipping a few risky foods doesn't reduce the experience, it protects your health and your vacation. When you know what to avoid, you enjoy everything else even more. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more inside looks at what really happens on board, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This series has a lot more coming, and you won't want to miss the next one. So tell me in the comments, what shocked you the most today?